Ladies and gentlemen, there are countless words written in books, whispered across continents, etched into poems, scrawled into love letters, and sung in the timeless melodies of heartache and joy, but very few of them truly capture the essence of what it means to be valued. And fewer still understand what it means to be valued by a woman. In a world where attention is fleeting, emotions are traded, and love often seems like a performance measured by likes and emojis, there is something deeply sacred, deeply human, and deeply powerful about a woman who truly values you. When a woman values you, not because of your wealth, your status, your appearance, or your power, but because of who you are at your core, her actions will tell a story louder than words ever could. These actions are not empty gestures. They are not borrowed from romantic comedies or curated for social media. These actions are ancient and intuitive. They are instinctual acts of care, sacrifice, protection, and presence that speak to a depth that cannot be faked. So let us take a journey together, not through a fantasy or idealized relationship, but through truth, through the unmistakable signs that emerge when a woman has decided deeply and fully that you are not just a passing presence in her life, but someone she sees as worthy of her energy, her time, her soul. When a woman values you, these 6 actions will stand like monuments carved not out of stone, but from the living substance of love. She protects your peace, not just her own. A woman who values you doesn't just protect her heart, she protects your peace. She sees your silence and doesn't assume betrayal. She sees your frustration and doesn't meet it with blame. She senses when the world has pressed its weight onto your shoulders, and instead of demanding more, she lightens your load with grace. She doesn't use your vulnerabilities as weapons. She stores them like sacred artifacts, your fears, your doubts, your ambitions. She holds them gently, understanding that even the strongest man needs a space to lay down his armor. She doesn't gossip about your struggles. She guards them. When you're not in the room, she speaks of you with awe. She fights for your reputation even when you don't ask her to. She doesn't compete with you, she completes you. And she doesn't want to be your piece because it's poetic. She wants to be your piece because it's purposeful. She shows up when it's inconvenient. Loyalty is not proven in comfort, it is revealed in inconvenience. A woman who values you will move mountains when it doesn't benefit her. She'll sit with you in the hospital room. She'll show up at your lowest without an invitation. She won't ask, "What's in it for me?" Because to her, you are the return on investment. When life turns unpredictable, her presence remains consistent. You will not have to chase her down in your darkest hours. She will hold space for you even when she has no words to heal your wounds. Because valuing someone means not just being there when the camera is rolling, but when the lights are out and the audience has gone home. You will see her loyalty in the 1,000 small ways she sacrifices, canceling plans, crossing town, sitting in silence, listening when she's exhausted, standing up for you even when it cost her favor or popularity. And she does it not because she feels obligated. She does it because love, when it's real, is not about convenience. It is about commitment. She sees the man behind the mask. There is a version of you that the world knows, the strong, confident, capable, put-together version. The version that smiles through stress, that hustles through pain, that performs without pause. But a woman who values you sees beyond the performance. She sees the boy you used to be, the man you are now, and the vision of the man you're still becoming. She doesn't need you to always be unbreakable. She respects your strength, but she loves your softness. She doesn't flinch when you cry. She doesn't shrink when you confess your failures. She honors your humanity. She asks questions that matter. How are you real? She listens, not to respond, but to understand. She holds up a mirror, not one that reflects your image, but one that reflects your essence. And when you lose sight of yourself, she reminds you of who you are. That kind of seeing, deep, spiritual, sacred seeing, is rare. But when a woman values you, she sees you, all of you. Not just the parts the world applauds, but the parts that are hidden, broken, healing, and holy. She builds with you, not just beside you. There are people who will walk with you in life, but will never build with you. They'll enjoy the journey but never invest in the destination. But a woman who values you is a builder. She doesn't just admire your dreams, she contributes to them. She doesn't just support from the sidelines, she's in the trenches with you. She asks, "How can I help?" She offers ideas, solutions, connections. She brings her own vision to the table and intertwines it with yours. Your wins become her wins. Your success becomes her joy. She plants seeds in your soil and waters them with prayer, encouragement, and partner. She doesn't wait until you make it to believe in you. She believes in you during the draft stages, the messy middle, the lost investments, and the uncertain plans. She celebrates the blueprint, not just the skyscraper, and she does not compete with you. She compliments. She doesn't just want to be with a successful man. She wants to build success with the man she loves. And she knows that true value isn't found in material gifts, but in mutual growth. She respects your boundaries and honors your purpose. Love without respect is just control in disguise. A woman who values you will not manipulate you, guilt trip you, or weaponize your affection. She will honor your boundaries, even when they inconvenience her. Because respect is not about agreement, it's about recognition. She recognizes your autonomy, your space, your journey. She doesn't need to be in every conversation. She doesn't demand constant access. She gives you space to be, to think, to create, to recharge. And she never makes you feel guilty for prioritizing your purpose. She does not distract you from your destiny, she protects it. She encourages you to pursue your calling even when it means spending time apart. She doesn't see your ambition as a threat, she sees it as a reason to walk closer with you. And when you waver, when doubt creeps in and failure knocks, she reminds you of why you started. Not because she's trying to manage your journey, but because she values the man who's walking it. She loves you in your absence as much as in your presence. It's easy to love someone when they're right in front of you. It's easy to perform affection when someone is watching. But when a woman values you, her loyalty is not dependent on proximity. She speaks well of you when you're not around. She defends you when others doubt you. She honors you in conversations you'll never hear. She does not entertain disrespect in your absence. She eliminates it. She stays faithful, not just in body but in spirit, in word and intention. She doesn't use distance as an excuse. She doesn't use absence as permission, because to her, valuing someone is not about possession, it's about devotion. And her devotion is not performative, it is rooted in integrity. You don't have to monitor her loyalty because her love is not a costume, it's a covenant. And when a woman sees you as a man of value, she carries your love like a sacred trust, even in solitude. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in an era that has glamorized attachment, idolized independence, and confused lust with love. But when a woman truly values you, she doesn't just tolerate you, she treasures you. She doesn't try to change you, she chooses you. These 6 actions are not theories. They are truths etched into the stories of millions of men and women across the globe, some who've known the blessing of being valued, and some who've only known the ache of being used. If you have been loved this way, you know it's not loud, it's deep, it's not flashy, it's fear, it's not temporary, it's transformational. And if you haven't experienced it yet, become the kind of person who can receive it, because when a woman values you, truly values you, these 6 actions will not just appear, they will stand firm, unshakable, eternal. Would you like this speech formatted as a downloadable document or prepared for a teleprompter?